Are you suffering from, or do you know someone that suffers from depression, dementia, autism, or any of the other conditions listed here? Well, you're not alone. There are many people all over the world that suffer from these problems and can get help from something called music therapy. What is music therapy, you may ask? Well, it is a profession that has been around for 60 years. However, a lot of people don't know what it is, or some people think they know what it is or have an idea of what they think it is. Some people think that music therapy is something you just do on your own, such as playing an instrument or listening to calming music. While music can be very therapeutic, music therapy focuses on the function of music as a therapeutic medium. The formal definition is the use of music in clinical, educational, and social situations to treat clients or patients with medical, educational, social, or psychological needs. Music therapy happens when there's a therapist, a client, and musical experiences, and those musical experiences are helping that person achieve their therapeutic goals, not musical goals. So where did this originate from? Let's take a trip into the past, in the time of Hippocrates. Science music therapy and the philosophy of music and medicine has been studied since ancient past and has been used as a therapeutic tool. For example, in humoral medicine, where health is a matter of balance between different fluids or humors, found that the balance of humors can be influenced by the vibrations of music. Today, however, music therapy is conducted by an accredited therapist who has earned a university degree in music therapy, completed an internship, and wrote the board exam for music therapy. This therapy can be administered to both young and old with challenges like autism, Alzheimer's, pain, anxiety, cancer, post-operative care, and even developmental stimulation for premature infants. It is also practiced with non-clinical population, where people are seeking therapy to explore their resources, find out about themselves, and achieve better health and better living. Let's take a look at basic therapeutic methods and skills. The first technique is improvisation. Improvising offers a creative, nonverbal means of expressing thoughts and feelings. It is a non-judgmental, easily approach and requires no previous musical training. Singing is another therapeutic tool that assists in the development of articulation, rhythm, and breath control. Singing in a group setting can also improve social skills and foster a greater awareness of others. Composing or songwriting is utilized to facilitate the sharing of feelings, ideas, and experiences. Last but not least, listening to music has many therapeutic applications. It helps develop cognitive skills such as attention and memory. So, why is this therapy effective? Our bodies are entrained to rhythm. To the cellular level, to the systems, we are rhythmic beings. Think about it. Your heartbeat, your breath, your sleep cycle, it is all rhythm, as is music. We all have a very powerful relationship with music, whether physical or emotional. The human brain is stimulated in a number of ways. Listening to music engages the auditory cortex on both sides of the brain. While listening to music you know or recognize, it recruits more complex regions, including the memory center. At a deeper level, the emotional connections we have with music involve structures deep within the primitive regions of the mind. It is clear that the brain does not possess a singular musical center, and that music can exercise the brain as a whole, unlike any other activity. Now let's take a look at a specific study where music therapy has had a positive impact. Music therapy can be particularly useful when working with children with autism. People with autism spectrum disorder have difficulties with social interaction and communication. Music therapy uses musical experiences and the relationships that develop through them to enable people to relate to others, to communicate, and to share their feelings. One systematic review included 10 studies with a total number of 165 participants. The studies examined the short and medium-term effect of music therapy interventions for children with ASD. The researchers concluded that music therapy may help children with ASD to improve their skills in important areas such as social interaction and communication. Music therapy may also contribute to increasing social adaptation skills in children with ASD and promoting the quality of parent-child relationship. So why isn't this therapy receiving the recognition it deserves? Even though music therapy is practiced all over the world and has beneficial results, it remains underlooked as a therapy and underfunded. There's a lack of awareness and understanding of the therapy. More research is needed to examine the effects of music therapy over a longer term. Future studies should involve therapy conditions that are close to clinical practice, especially in terms of frequency, duration, and therapy techniques. Hopefully today from this video you have gained a little bit of knowledge into the world of music therapy, so that one day if you or any of your loved ones are affected by any of the conditions listed here, you can refer them to music therapy. For more information on music therapy, please check out the Canadian Association of Music Therapy website. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.